Billin, Uptown Murph.
Top Billin villains.
Hey, yo, big salute to the folks over at BetUS for sponsoring this joint right here. All my top Billin villains from Philly, Delaware, Jersey, Elkton, Maryland, tap in with your boy right here. I want to talk about this counterplay, a counter lead with Ben VanSumeran. This play right here has caught my eye the last couple of games. They've gotten some really big gainers off of this bad boy, and I kind of want to break it down conceptually and see what's going on. So you see the Giants here running an odd front. So I always like to look at run plays and see where the kick is coming from and see where the combos are coming from. So you can pretty much see how it would play out right here. So on this joint right here, of course, you're going to have, looks like Fred Johnson on a combo along with Calcaterra. I want to say that's Calcaterra. It might be Stoll, right? You know what I'm saying? We'll see when they hop up there, right? Same deal right here with Juergens and Dickerson, right? Doing that thing there, and then you can pretty much see how that's going to go on right there. But you're going to get a combo up from Juergens, right? He combos, but he's not even really concerned about the Mike backer here, right? He immediately gets to whatever could be potentially a backside pursuit, which would be this secondary player right here. So see that right there. And same deal right here. I want to say maybe Johnson combos up there, but I'll run it full speed, and then we'll get back to the other portion of that, right? So look at the combos. Yep, Johnson. And look at that. That's with Gainwell. So I wanted to show on with Gainwell. A lot of people going to say, well, Saquon Barkley is the absolute truth, right? He might be the best in the NFL. He can make any run play look good. This concept to me is made by Ben VanSumeran, right? On the kick, what they do right here, my boy Azeez Ojulari, they leave him unblocked. You get Calcaterra right here, bluffing like he's going to block, but then he climbs to a secondary player as well, approaching safety there. That leaves Azeez Ojulari right here to go one-on-one with the great one and Ben VanSumeran. He's like Kyle Juszczyk out this motherfucker right here. Look at this. Bang! Shortening people's necks right there. They running off of his inside hip. Right, we'll see it from this direction right here. You see VanSumeran right there. You can see it, right? Combos. So it is stole. Combos, singled up. And watch them leave the unblocked players, right? You get an unblocked right here with Azeez Ojulari. First of all, you get that counter action, of course. You got to take a step, play side there, play side. Same deal with VanSumeran. He's coming around on a kick. So he's kicking out the end man on the line of scrimmage, and then you have Kenneth Gainwell who's going to wrap all the way around and try to come off of his inside hip. So we're running full speed from this direction too. Bang! You can see that crease right there. What do we say? It's one of them Kim Kardashian gaps right there. What are we doing? One of them Kardashian sisters got a gap like that, I know for sure. But you can see right there, man, straight air and opportunity there. Hell of a concept. I love it, love it, love it. One more game right there, Cam Juergens. You can see right here, kind of bluffing that. He's more worried about the backside pursuit. You got Thin Diesel, right? Thin Diesel. I don't know why people can't get that when I say it. It's a play off of Vin Diesel, right? So Thin Diesel coming, and Devontae Smith, and he gets in on the action as well, right? Bang, he does end up getting the shoulder off, so some people might say there might have been a little bit of a block in the back there, but I feel like he got the shoulder, but hey, I'm biased on this one. I can't even front, and you see how it works there. Let's go to another one. It's time with Saquon Barkley. Now, I love this game, and I love this run right here. This is, to me, he really officially became an Eagle, right? His career is mimicking one of my all-time favorite players in Curtis Martin. Remember, he was with the New England Patriots for his first few years. Then he became a Hall of Famer. Well, he was already probably a Hall of Famer going into the damn New York Jets, but went to the rival New York Jets, and the rest was history, right? So we see Saquon Barkley with more of the same right here, but this one is run a little bit differently. So notice the change on this one right here. Azeez Ojulari this time not unblocked. You have Stoll, right? Straight, right? He essentially is the kickout blocker, right? Or he's hinging off backside there. This time you don't get a double, right? I mean, you don't get a combo, right? So you get your boy Dickerson right here. He's just blowing the zero technique off the snap, right? They're going to double him, try to wash him away like rain, right? And this time VanSumeran is not kicking out on the end man on the line of scrimmage. He's keeping it tight to the vest. he's coming through the A gap and getting Okereke right here. So this is a quick hitting play, more powerful, and you get a little bit more tighter aiming points here. But we're running full speed. Look at that. Bang! And look at that, running off of his hip there, and then Saquon's going to do the rest. And look at this, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. Hell no. Look at that. What a run right there. Let's look at it from this angle right here. Now you see Dickerson and Jurgens right there, right? Washing him away. You get Steen doing the damn thing as well as Lane Johnson here. So not necessarily worrying about the backside pursuit on this one. They're not even really climbing up to get anybody on the third level. I believe you might have. It looks like it might be Thin Diesel right here. Possibly. Let's see what actually happens with Thin Diesel. Yeah, he's not really. It's inconsequential since it's such a quick hitting play. With him that far off, he wasn't going to be able to get there in the first place, though. But VanSumeran, of course, doing the damn thing, coming through with a hell of a block. Impact collision, keep shortening people's necks, right? My man started about 6'2". Right now, he's at least 5'11". Look at this. Bang! Shorten his neck. Saquon with that quickness, agility, and then the physicality with it. What are we doing? Hell of a run. Yo, if you haven't been getting in on the action on BetUS, I don't know what you've been doing. This joint is so fun, man. And they're running that special. 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit. 125% on your next two. Up to $2,000 with 10% gambler's insurance. What are we doing this week, man? I love this little category that they have right here. Prop builder. Going over here to prop builder. Since we're talking about this counter tray, we're going to go to rushing yards here. What do we have? Find them birds. Birds versus the Jags. What do we have here? Saquon Barkley. Over 38.5 for Jalen Hurts. Over 85.5 for Saquon. Yeah, you know we got to do that right there, right? 85.5, and they're going to come on a couple of these counter runs. What we doing it this week, people? Come on, Ock. $100 on that bad boy. Let me go ahead and submit that. Confirm my return to be 185. It's just that easy. 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit. 125% on your next two. What are we doing? Up to $2,000 with 10% gambler's insurance. You get that 24/7 customer service, 24-hour payouts, and it is all good. Make sure you enter the promo code YouTube150. Let's get it. Go Birds. Last one. Giving people their medicine in different applications. What do you notice about this one? The first two were ran out of 21 personnel. This one is 22 personnel. So it's 2 backs, 2 tight ends, which will leave 1 receiver, right? So they got Thin Diesel out here, not really getting involved in this play. You're pretty much telegraphing that you're going to run at least 95% out of this personnel grouping. So this one, the double comes right here on the 2I. Jurgens, Landon Dickerson, then with the climb up here, you get everybody singled off right here front side. So this one's different. You still get that counter action by VanSumeran coming around, kicking out the end man on the line of scrimmage, the EMLOS right here. The aiming point, while he does kick kind of a counter step, he being Gainwell, he gets vert on this one, kind of getting through the B gap. So it looks very much similar to the first two there, but it's just slightly different. So giving them their medicine in different applications, getting vert instead of trying to hit it to the outside and Spakataya. He got fertilized, right? They was getting that ass whipped so bad, people were getting frustrated at the end, right? One more time, that direction, full speed. Look at VanSumeran's block there. Chop the man down, backside, right? No Diddy. Let's look at it from this direction. VanSumeran doing the damn thing, right? I like to see VanSumeran in the game. I actually I'll come back at a later date, right, and see what the build will be on this because they can't keep getting him in and running, right, because they're telegraphing. Eventually they need to either throw him the ball or hand him the ball, something, right? So something should be coming off of that. They're putting that on film there, but you can see the action going on. Actually, multiple doubles right here, right? Driscoll and Stoll, that's hard. That's hard. You got Steen doing the thing right here. So Johnson, everybody's singled up right there, and then VanSumeran come around chopping them down, and then you get Gainwell getting vert straight up, right? He doesn't really even go off of his plane. Look at that. ends up really pretty much being straight, right? Going straight. We'll leave that one alone right there. But you can see him, right? He was bluffing like he was going to get out here, which kind of took the defensive back in that direction as well. But then he played him, right? Cat and moused him. Right there, you can see it happening, right? If I can get that off the screen. And then and then bang. He had to pay for it, though, right? He might have slightly went to Zombie Town, right? We ain't going to totally go into it because he was able to get up, right? I would give him at least 30%. He was 30% zombie, though, right? Straight up. All right, y'all. Listen, we're going to do this again, right? I can tell people who've played football before, they're able to follow simple directions. I said shout out your neighborhoods in Philadelphia, right? You had people coming out here from different states shouting out cities and shit like that, right? I don't want that, right? I only want Philly people to chime in on this and shout out their actual neighborhoods. You had other Philly people, like I said before, not even knowing the neighborhoods they live in. Just shouting out sections and shit like North Philly. Nah, shout out your neighborhood. So shout outs to Brewery Town, shout outs to Strawberry Mansion, shout outs to the Mantua neighborhood, Grays Ferry, Packer Park. Shout outs to people out in West Philly, of course, right? Shout out to the Overbrook Farms neighborhood, Overbrook Park neighborhood. Man, everybody getting it in. Of course, always shout out up top, right? Uptown, Germantown. And shout outs to Center City, you know what I mean, right? Rittenhouse Square people. How about them, right? So let me know where you at, man, in Philadelphia. Chime in that way, right? You know what I'm saying? Not everything's for everybody. We're doing this specifically, and I definitely want to see who can pay attention, right, and follow directions like we all had to do in football, right? Can you imagine the cat? You give them simple directions like your man Ben VanSumeran right here kicking out an in-man on line of scrimmage, and he tries to kick out a zero technique or some shit and messes the play all up, right? It's just like that. All right, big salutes to BetUS, of course, 150% on your first deposit, 125% sign-up bonus on your next two. Promo code YouTube150. I'm out.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.